hand catch with the left touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and ain't my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Check 53's Mike.
There we go, 47.
We ain't beginning to clear you up.
That's it.
Don't get nervous.
26.
Prescott on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
47.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. No. Mike 53.
Coming this way. Here we go.
26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They've got a little extra tackiness to them.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. stepping up. He's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Operating from the gun. Newman looking for Shepard deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right. So
they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
27.
Prescott from the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Get that ball. 49, check 49, check
47.
53 is the mark. 53, check 53.
Hey, kill. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Keeps himself upright. And a big one us here as he's taken down. Ben Banagoo in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Come on, fellas.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3. Run out.
Here's Mack on the toss. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. These two teams all tied after one. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch it.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Mack. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken in at the 11. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That's complete, right around the 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go, 46.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, line 8.
Mike Fofo.
Here we go, going to 52. 26.
Now they try the right side here. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with a grab with Matt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Back to throw. Newman. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Mack. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Newman into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the gun on third down, Newman. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
6-6. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yo.
We're going to 53.
53.
A first down throw for Prescott. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
There we go, kill.
Choke.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They keep it on the ground. Back again. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Newman. Escaping the pressure right. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Rush in. Rush in. Check your hot read. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Campbell making the catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newman. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Check hot route. Hot.
Looking to throw. Newman. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And for the defense, their third sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Newman. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Shoot.
We're going to 53.
Watch out.
26.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check. It's our time.
We're going to 54. Right here. 26.
Now a handoff working right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got him. Big air. Check three. Showing it.
Now a carry for Mack. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Newman. He completes this one to Mack. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 44 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the give, this is Mack. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Check Mike 54. Mike. Check 50. Mike 5-4.
To throw on 2nd down. Newman toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Switch. Check. Crunch. Check the backer. Hustle.
Back to throw. Newman. Eluding the pressure right. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hey, kill. 47.
44. I'm coming out to you.
Here we go, 46.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott going to take a shot for Gallup. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Now Pollard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Now Prescott. The open man is Smith. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Kill.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Traquan Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately
It got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Marlon Mack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Wide, get wide.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing to start the drive. Newman, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time. It's a sack. Come on, fellas.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw. Newman. And he's going to go down again. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
You got nothing to run. You got nothing. Hey, check. Slam.
Back to throw. Newman. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Let's go. There you go. Mike, 44. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. On that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Check. Lucky.
On 1st down, Newman. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Newman. Now a desperation throw deep down into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Dallas, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Some support, bro. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride? Never tired. You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out.